Hello, this is Dr. Benjamin Norris, and today we're going to practice identifying fundamental mechanism steps. Let's practice. Identify the sequence of arrow pushing in the following reaction mechanism. Once the timer starts, you will have 10 seconds. If you need more time, feel free to pause the video. Remember, if you need more time, feel free to pause the video. In this case, we need to identify each mechanism step as one of the 4 mechanism patterns. First, we're going to count how many mechanism steps there are. There's a mechanism step for each reaction arrow drawn between the intermediate structures shown. So there are 3 mechanism steps. Mechanism step 1 shows the carbon-bromine bond breaking and the electrons are moving towards the bromine atom. This is a loss of leaving group. Mechanism step 2 shows an arrow being drawn from water towards the carbocation. So we are showing a nucleophilic attack from the lone pair of water on that carbocation. Mechanism step 3 shows another water molecule taking a hydrogen atom and the oxygen-hydrogen electrons shifting towards the oxygen. This pair of arrows is a proton transfer step. Let's do another practice problem. Identify the sequence of arrow pushing in the following reaction mechanism. If you need more time, feel free to pause the video. Remember, if you need more time, feel free to pause the video. Once again, we need to identify the mechanism steps. The first step, represented by the first reaction arrow, involves a hydroxide anion using one of its lone pairs to form a new bond to hydrogen, while the other oxygen-hydrogen bond breaks, leaving a lone pair on the oxygen in the other species, hydrogen peroxide. This is a proton transfer step. The second step involves a lone pair on oxygen reaching out to form a new bond at a carbon and a pair of electrons in a carbon-oxygen pi bond being used to form a new lone pair on the oxygen atom. This is a nucleophilic attack step. Usually nucleophilic attack steps involve the formation of new covalent bonds. Finally, in step 3, we see a whole bunch of things look like they're going on. There's a oxygen-oxygen bond breaking with some electrons going towards the oxygen atom that's leaving, so that's definitely a loss of leaving group. What's this other stuff going on? Looks like we have a carbon bond moving towards the oxygen, and we also have some lone pairs on oxygen being used to form a new pi bond. We're going to need to look between the starting structure for step 3 and the final structure, which shows that we've had a rearrangement. One of those carbon-carbon bonds has broken and is no longer attached to the carbonyl carbon, but is attached to one of the oxygen. So in addition to the proton, or to the loss of leaving group, this step also involves a rearrangement. This concludes our practice on reaction mechanisms. Thank you for watching.